The Holocaust was a devastating event that ended in the killings of millions of people, but mostly in the death of the Jewish people in Europe. Before this event occurred, its origins began after Germany's loss of World War I. After the war, Germany was in a position of extreme economic poverty, and many of the Jewish citizens began to grow in despair. In response to this, the Nazi Party began gaining in power, and one way they did so was by placing the blame on the Jewish people. They said that the Jewish people were the reason why Germany was in such a bad position, saying that they took all the money and they could not recover from this. So another thing they started spreading was the concept of anti-Semitism, which is the hatred towards Jewish people. And they also started claiming that the Aryan race was the superior race and it should be the leaders of the world. So, let's see. After that, they started putting Jewish people in these places called ghettos, and inside these ghettos were a lot of poor buildings. They were in severe disrepair, and there was disease that was rampant, and many people started dying from starvation and lack of medication. But the Germans felt that this was taking too long to kill the Jews, so they started enacting what is called the final solution. Now, this solution involved causing a mass genocide among the Jews, and they started building these things called extermination camps. And these camps killed Jews using gas, shootings, labor, overworking, terrorism, disease, starvation. And on June 22nd, 1941, Germans started rolling into Russia and killing any minority group they felt was inferior. And on December 8th, 1941, Kelmo was opened, which was the first of the extermination camps. And it killed the Jews using gas vans, which were trucks that were filled with gas that ended up slowly poisoning them and eventually resulting in their death. Later on, other camps were built, a total of 6 were made, and these other camps used types of gas such as carbon monoxide and Zyklon B. On January 20th, 1942, the Wednesday Conference was held to discuss how they could expand this to get more Jewish people from across Europe. So later on, they started transporting Jews across railroads into these camps that were located in Poland. And eventually, hundreds of Jews and other minorities were killed because of these camps and by all these horrible acts.
All right, so now let's take a look at the effects of the Holocaust. So during the final solution, there was this infamous doctor known as Dr. Death. He was a terrible person. He did a whole bunch of human experimentations on the people in these extermination camps. And most of the time, he actually did surgeries or experiments without putting them under the effects of anesthesia, which wasn't a pleasant sight. After the Holocaust, there was a huge decline in the population of Jewish people around the Germany area, Poland, and Austria, which was 6 million, so 90% of the population gone. And then to this day, because of Dr. Death's work, there's been a whole bunch of talks, just debates about human experimentation and whether or not what is the moral way to handle these types of situations. And then many countries, they also had to adjust their views on how to handle conflict and war. And alongside, the UN also made a commitment to ensure that no future genocide attempts would be acted out to this day. And after witnessing the Jewish facing all these circumstances, the Allies gave them Israel, which was this area near Palestine, or in Palestine actually, for them to have a home, which causes further controversy down the road because Palestine and Israel are locked in conflict to this day over their borders and territory. And that is essentially cause and effects of the Holocaust.